the recording available by tomorrow so that those that missed tonight will have access to the recording. Right? So thank you for bringing that to my notice. Having said that, let's proceed. Now, tonight, I'm going to be talking about how I make money from TDC every month. Passively, I have been able to grow my TDC account, right, to a point where it pays me monthly, even if I don't put direct effort. That's what I'm going to be sharing right now. Now, in January, I made over 500K from TDC. In February, I made over 500K from TDC. And currently, I'm approaching earning almost 400,000 naira from TDC. A large percentage of that income, right? A large percentage of that income did not come from my direct effort. It came from the effort of my downlines and my indirect downlines. Now, for those of you that don't know, this is how TDC is structured. It's a network marketing business, right? And in network marketing, you apart from the fact that you earn from your efforts, those people that referred you, whether directly or indirectly, they tend to also earn from your effort. And of course, we know the product in TDC. We know the product that are in TDC right now. Airtime, data, right? NEPA bills, of course, referrals. When those my downlines carry out these transactions, I earn, right? I earn. So I have a large downline, a large list or audience, or let me use the word downlines. That is why I'm able to earn much in TDC. Now, tonight, I'm going to be talking about what I actually did to grow my TDC account from scratch, the process I used, and what I would do if I was to start all over again. As a beginner, what will I do different, right, if I was to start all over again? And I'm going to be sharing some of the things I did in the past to grow my TDC account. Now, I joined TDC a few years back, right? And these are the things I did. Now, please listen carefully because the insights you are going to be getting will be very, very helpful for you. Because right now, some of the things I'm doing in TDC, if you imitate it, it might not work for you. If you copy the exact same way I'm currently promoting TDC, it might not work for you, right? Over time, the method I use or the system I use to promote TDC has changed over time. It has changed. And right now, I am using a different system or a different approach, which might not really work for you as a beginner. So it is very important to pay attention to my journey and to my story. Now, before I start sharing some of the things I did, I want to break down what TDC is. I want to explain TDC to us because I know that some of us don't really understand this business. And for some of us that do, we need to get deeper understanding about it so that we can share it to other people. Now, what is TDC? What is the goal of TDC? Contrary to what you think, TDC is beyond just airtime reselling, data reselling, TV subscriptions, and the rest. Of course, you can make money doing those things in TDC. You can. There are people that have made money doing it. But you can't really make good amount of money, right? You can't really make good amount of money doing that business, doing business that way, right? For you to be able to make a good amount of money, real amount of money, you should be willing to build a network. Now, what is a network? A network is a community of persons, right? Or a group of persons that are connected to each other. That's what a network is. A community or a group of persons that are connected to each other, right? So this connection helps them end, right? It helps them end together. So TDC, the most important skill you need to succeed and to really make money from TDC is the ability for you to be able to build a network. Now, building a network is beyond just referring. In fact, that is the first step. You must be willing to replicate yourself in your downlines, right? Now, there are actually 3 steps when it comes to building a network. I hope you guys are jotting. There are actually 3 major steps. Number 1 is having a complete understanding of the business. Having a complete understanding of the idea behind the business. That's number 1. So number 1 is not about others, it's about yourself. You want to have an understanding of the business model. You want to have an understanding of how money works. You want to have an understanding of how or what it takes to actually make money online. You want to have that understanding. You want to have that knowledge for yourself. You want to have a certain level of awareness first. That's the first thing you want to do. And some of you, this is where you are lacking. You don't understand TDC. You have not really taken time to sit down to understand TDC. When I first joined TDC, I read 2 books. The first book is GoPro, and the second one is by Robert Kiyosaki, The Business of the 21st Century. That was the title of the book. The Business of the 21st Century. It was written by Robert Kiyosaki. Now, those books really helped me understand network marketing and the idea behind network marketing. It really helped me understand it. Right? So, that was me working on myself. That was me fortifying myself. That was me giving myself the necessary knowledge and the necessary information to be able to succeed in this business. It's just like now, you say you want to become a medical doctor without going to medical school. It won't work, right? You are going to fail woefully. Or you say you want to be a lawyer and you did not go to law school. It won't work. You won't succeed. You will fail. So the same thing, right? The same thing is what is happening in TDC right now. Some of you are saying you want to make money. You are wondering, why am I not making money from this business? Why am I not succeeding in this business? But the question is, do you really understand the business? Do you really have an idea of what the business is all about? Do you really know what the business stands for? Do you really know what it represents? Do you have an idea of the industry the business is into? Now, one of the mistakes a lot of youth make is this. You want to just make money, make money, make money, make money. Why you don't have knowledge? It is very wrong. This is not just about CDC. This is about life in general, right? For instance, this period, I've currently made a lot of money from crypto, right? I've currently made a lot of money from crypto, but that is one thing you know. You don't know. Some of you don't know that I started learning about this crypto since 2022. I was learning about it gradually. I was investing in it little by little, little by little, little by little. And right now, I'm making money from it every single day. Right? So, if you look at it, it is knowledge first, then money. I had to understand what it is. Then I was able to make money from it. The same thing applies to TDC. I had to understand what TDC is. What is the idea behind TDC? Right? Some of you are not able to promote TDC well because you don't really understand it. You don't really even know, you don't know what it stands for. Right? Now, selling is transfer of energy. That's what selling is all about. Transferring energy. Before you can get somebody to take action, you must be willing to transfer energy from yourself to that person. You must be willing to transfer belief from yourself to that person before that person can take action. Some of you, the problem is that you don't even have that energy in you. You don't have that belief in you. You are not fortified. You don't have enough knowledge. This is where you need to go and sit down and really tell yourself, okay, what is this all about? This is where you need to go and sit down and tell yourself, okay, I'm going to take out time to go through every single material that my upline have given to me, not just once, but twice. This is where you sit down and tell yourself that I'm going to go through every single TDC material, so every single TDC recording that have been done, even before I joined TDC. This is the point you need to do it. Because let me tell you something, if you are not willing to go the extra mile, you're not going to make the kind of money you are looking for. You're not going to make the kind of money you are looking for. This is the point to tell yourself, I'm going to go through every corner of the website. I'm going to understand how every part works. This is where you tell yourself, I'm going to get 1 or 2 books on network marketing and read, since TDC is all about network marketing. Now, there's something that just came to my mind that I need to correct. A lot of you look down on TDC. You look down on TDC. The reason is probably because you are not earning much from it, or What you see most people earning is 100K, 200K, 300K, 400K, or let's say even 20K, 30K. And because of that, you are looking down on the business, right? That is not, let me say this. It is wrong, because most times when you venture into something, right? When you venture into something, it's not about the money you are making from that thing. Please listen carefully. It's not about the money you are making from that thing. It's about what you can do with the money you are making from it. I'm going to repeat what I just said. When you venture into something, sometimes it is not about the money you are making from that business model or that opportunity directly. The question is,
Sure.
what can you do with the money you are making from it? Let me put it in more context. Some of you are not really earning much from TDC. Let's say on the average you earn 50,000 a month. 50,000 a month might be much for you, but ideally it is not much money. 50,000 a monthly might not be able to do anything right now for you. It might be small, but the question you should ask yourself is this: what can I do with this 50,000 rand? And you can do a lot of things with it. You can save 50,000 rand and invest in a bigger business. You can save 50,000 rand for months and even learn a new skill. If you invest 50,000 rand every month right now into cryptocurrency, by 2025 you'll be shocked at what you'll see. Right? With 50,000 rand, you can gather it and start something else. Somebody in TDC has started a fish pond. Somebody in TDC has opened a game shop from their TDC commissions. So sometimes the money might be small at your level, but the question is not the money itself. The question is, what can I do with the money? So back to what I was saying. I was talking about the fact that you need to put three things in place if you want to be able to build a good TDC network. Number one, you need to be able to work on yourself and understand what the business model is all about. Have a good understanding, have a good knowledge of what the business is all about, right? Some of you cannot really make money if you don't get knowledge. If you don't get knowledge, I cannot overemphasize on this. It is very important. Most of you are not as busy as I am. I am extremely busy, extremely busy. But I make out time. I try to make out time every single time or every single day to read. I try to make out time to watch one or two YouTube videos on any subject that interests me or anything I want to know more about. I try to learn. Some of you 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 don't really do anything productive with your time. You don't do anything productive with your time. You know, you don't invest, you don't like I we need to really talk about this, because guys, that is it. That is it. You want to develop yourself and have a complete knowledge about this business model. And another thing I need to talk about here is this: don't wait for your upline to do it for you. Yes, I said it. Don't wait for your upline to do it for you. I don't know if you have ever wondered who my upline is. I'm currently one of the highest earners. I'm currently one of the highest earners in TDC right now, right? I'm currently one of the highest earners. I don't know if you have ever wondered who my upline is. Have you ever wondered? Right? That's because I registered TDC and I just focused on how I could develop myself and make this thing work without having to look at my upline. If your upline is there for you, yes, it is good. But your upline or not, there are a lot of resources right now in the internet for you not to succeed. A lot of resources on the internet for you not to succeed. I don't want to talk so much on that first part, so let's proceed to the next part. I told you there are three things you want to do to be able to build a successful TDC business, to be able to get it up and running. And these are the three things I do. Number one, I want to repeat again. You want to have a complete understanding of the business. And this involves you understanding how the website works. Go through it, study it, observe it. That's number one. Number two, go through every single TDC material the upline has sent to you. Every single one of them. Go through every single TDC material that have been created or have been sent before. You go to TDC YouTube channel, you're going to find a lot of them. Go to O2 Progress YouTube channel, you're going to find a lot of them. There are a lot of them that I do share in the group. Go through them. Then number 3, read 1 or 2 books on network marketing. Develop yourself. Develop yourself, right? Develop yourself. That is the only way you can become financially strong, right? So the next thing you want to do is to refer. I talked about the first, developing yourself. The next thing you want to do is to refer. Go and get people into this business. That's the next thing you want to do. Now, this is the part a lot of you have problem with. And I can boldly say that the reason a lot of you have problem with this part is because you have not sorted the first part, which is developing yourself. What you are doing in TDC is not different from what you do in your everyday life, which is selling. Every single one of you here are salesmen or saleswomen. Selling is beyond telling people, okay, give me your money and take this. It's beyond what happens in the market. Selling is persuasion. Getting people to do something, right? Getting people to do something you want them to do. Or getting people to change their mind. That's what selling means. And every single day we sell. Some of us, we convince our friends to follow us to go and watch a football match. That is selling. Some of us, we have girlfriends, we have boyfriends. And every single day, I'm sure you try to sell to your partner. You tell your partner, okay, let's go and hang out. How did you even start dating the person? Most likely it's because you went and approached the person and tried to make friends with the person and tried to tell the person, okay, I like you. That is selling. When you start seeing what you are doing in TDC as normal, as what you do in your everyday life, it becomes easy. A lot of you have problem with it because you are saying referral, I hate referral, I'm afraid of referral. Now, I'm asking you a question. Why are you afraid of referrals? The simple answer is because you are afraid of rejection. Some of you are so scared of rejection. And as a human being, you currently listening to me, there are only 2 fears you were born with. You were born with only 2 fears. You were born with the fear of a loud noise. So a 6-month-old child right now is not afraid of anything except a loud noise and fear of falling. The only thing a child is afraid of right now, a 6-month-old child, is loud noise or falling. Those are the only 2 fears you were born with. So every single thing you are afraid of right now, you learn to fear it. Right? You learn to fear it. If you are not listening to me very well, if you are not getting it, don't worry, the recording will be dropped. I'm currently recording this session and I'm going to send it to you guys. So don't worry yourself. If you see your network is misbehaving or you are not following, don't worry, I'm going to send the recording out. I'll try to release it tomorrow morning. So let's proceed. You were born with only 2 fears, the fear of a loud noise and the fear of falling. So every single thing you are afraid of right now is because you learned it. So if you are telling me, oh, I'm scared of referral, I can't do referral business, it's because you learned to fear referral. And most times you're afraid of referrals because you're afraid of rejection. Some of you don't want people telling you no. But I'm telling you right to your face that you can never build anything worthwhile if you don't get comfortable with being rejected. Now, let me make an analogy. Yeah, I sold in early this month, right? Early this month, I filled 2 WhatsApp groups. Early this month, I filled 2 WhatsApp groups, right? Who is this person with this video? Please, I'm going to kick you out from this group. If you don't remove your video, please remove your video. Or last week on me, you are not the speaker. I'm going to kick you out. Let me do that. Okay, let's continue. Earlier this month, I did something. I sold to over 2,000 persons, right? I got to WhatsApp group field and I sold to over 2,000 persons. I sold something of 7,500 naira. And at the end of the day, 140 persons paid for that stuff I was selling. But I don't want you to focus on that. I want you to focus on the fact that I sold to over 2,000 persons. But I only got 145 persons to pay. for 7.5. It means that over 1,800 persons rejected me. Right? It means over 1,800 persons did not listen to me. They were not interested in what I was doing. If it was a physical setting, if I had a hall filled with 2,000 persons, it means that over 1,800 persons walked out of the door. They were not interested in what I was doing, but only 145 persons were interested. But then, the 145 persons that were interested paid 7.5. If you do the math, that's over 1 million naira. Now, the question is, despite the fact that over 1,800 persons rejected me, did I still win? I sold the product of 7.5 and I was able to get over 100 persons to pay. I was able to make 1 million naira, right? In a few days. But then, over 1,800 persons rejected me. So the question is, did I still win? Yes, of course, I won. So what I'm trying to say with this example is this. Even if people reject you, right, it won't stop you from winning. And rejection is normal. It is something you should expect. Please excuse me. I think there's an issue with the link. Let me send the link again. It is something you should expect. Right? It is something you should expect. When I started network marketing back then, I graduated with a first class, right? When I started network marketing, I was actually shy to post it on my status, to post on my Facebook. I was shy. That was because I was not focused on what do people think about me. I was afraid of rejection. I was afraid of people's opinion about me, especially my friends and those in school that know me. Of course, this guy is a first class graduate, and they just left school. So the ideal thing for me to do, or what people expect of me, is this: okay, he has a good result, he should probably go and get a good job and start from there. But then I dropped my results and I picked on network marketing. I started promoting TDC. Right? And TDC wasn't even paying me anything significant. It was just giving me peanuts. 5K, 10K, 12K a month. That was what TDC was paying me back then. But then I was promoting TDC. I was very shy. I was even, like, there are times that I will even hide. I will mute some of my friends from seeing my posts and like that. But then I was doing it. I continued doing it, even in the midst of the fear, even in the midst of the rejections. I was doing it until I got used to it. Some of the challenges I faced back then was rejection, even people coming to my DM to insult me, right? People coming to my DM to mock me and all that. I've passed through all this back then. But even in all this, even in the midst of all this, I was still promoting my TDC business and my other online business. And currently, at this level, I don't think there's anything that can deter me or there's anything that can shake me, because I've been able to grow a thick skin for rejection. That is what I want you to do. Now, I don't want you to stop fearing rejection. I don't want you to stop fearing referring. I want you to continue, even in the midst of fear. To fear it is not bad. It's not bad. Say, I'm afraid of rejection. I'm afraid of referral. It is not bad to be afraid of it. But then, courage is taking action, even in the presence of fear. That is what courage is. Bravery. A brave man is not a man that's not afraid. A brave man is a man that takes action, even in the midst of fear. So he's using his fear as a motivating factor. Now, when I left school, one of the things I was afraid of was being broke. I was so scared of being broke after school, because I've heard stories of people leaving school, they don't get a job, first class graduate, and they're not doing well in life, and they are failures in life. I have heard stories of that in school. So that was one of the things I was afraid of being penniless, of being broke, and of living in poverty. So immediately I left school, I started an online business. I started making money. I started trying to make money. I started selling. I started pushing, and that was when I joined TDC. So I didn't allow the fear to stop me. Instead, I allowed it to fuel my pursuits. I allow it to drive me. So I proceeded even in the midst of failure. And this is what is going to happen when you do it. You are going to keep doing it. The fear will still be there. You are going to keep doing it. The fear is going to be there. But it will get to a point that you won't even notice how you have stopped being afraid of rejection. It will get to a point that you'll be able to come out boldly to promote your TDC business, to tell people about TDC, even without fear of what your parents will say, of what your friends will say. So you need to remove that mindset from your thoughts, right? From your mind. You need to stop telling yourself, I'm not a referral person. Drop that mindset. Who told you are not a referral person? Every single person is a referral person. You watch a movie, you go and tell your friend, oh, but this movie makes sense, so try downloading it. Try downloading it. You have referred your friend to that movie. Chelsea played a match or Nigeria played a match. You post about it. What are you doing? Because of you, somebody might not go and watch that match. You have referred. You go and buy a good phone, and the phone is nice, and you tell your friend, oh, this phone makes sense. Try get it. What did you do? You have referred. So every single person is a natural referrer. It is natural. It is something you are normally doing. The only difference is that you are thinking that TDC is something complicated and something different. The only thing you are doing in TDC is that you are recommending a better lifestyle to people. That's the only thing you are doing in TDC. You have seen a good way to make money online. You have seen a better way to make money. Heck, it is a better way to make money. Because in this current economy, people are waking up in the morning. They'll go to their work till 6, from Monday till Friday, and they will end up giving them 50,000 naira a month. But you can make this 50,000 naira a month in your house with just your smartphone, working for 2 hours daily. You are recommending a better lifestyle to people. So it is something you should be bold about. And if somebody rejects you, it is not you that is the problem. It is the person that it is the person that has not seen the reality or importance of this business model. So you should not feel anything when somebody tell you I won't join, or when you talk to 10 persons and nobody joins this. You shouldn't feel anything. You think all of us that with registered people in TDC daily, do you think that we don't get rejection? Every single day I try to tell TDC to people. Sometimes I'll tell TDC to 10 persons and I won't get a single registration. Sometimes I'll tell TDC to over 100 persons and I won't get even a single registration. It happens every single time. So saying, oh, I told TDC to 10 persons and they didn't register, then you want to quit. The next person that puts a video right here, I'm going to remove that person. So David HMB, you have 5 seconds to remove this video chat here. The next person that will do a video chat, I'm going to remove that person from this group because I don't want to be distracted. Thank you. So you need to get used to rejection. It is normal. It won't kill you. Right? So now, when you have sorted that, what do you want to do? You want to promote this business aggressively to as much people as you can. Now, some of you, again, your mistake is that it's not that you are not promoting TDC, it's that you are not telling it to enough persons. Please, can you hear me? If you can hear me, drop a fire emoji. Drop an emoji in the group if you can hear me, because somebody is saying she can't hear me. Okay, I'm sure the problem is our network. So let's proceed. Let's proceed. Thank you for that. Let's proceed. You can stop dropping the emoji. Let's proceed. Now, for some of you, your problem is not that you are not promoting the business. The problem is that you are not telling it to enough persons. Now, selling is a game of numbers, right? The more people you tell your business, or the more people you expose an opportunity to, the more you win. So the question you should be asking yourself right now is, how can I reach more persons? How can I reach more persons? That is something you should ask yourself every single day as a business owner. Because right now you're a business owner. You are a business owner, right? I'm hearing my, which is not supposed to be so. You are a business.
Hello?
Who is this person? I think I have an issue with my network. You know what, guys? Hold on. Let me leave and join again. Let me leave and join again. I think I have an issue with my network.
All right.
Okay, let's proceed. I don't know why my voice is echoing. But let's continue like that. I just hope you can hear me clearly. So let's continue. I was saying that some of us right now, the only problem we have is not that we are not promoting TDC. The problem is that, wait first. You come in, Can you guys hear me? Wait, I want to do something. I want to do something. Okoli Prosper, can you hear me? Unmute yourself and talk. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. I can hear you. We're hearing you, Dougie.
Okoli
Sir, we
Prosper,
can hear
can you
you.
hear me?
Dougie, your voice. No, I can hear you, sir.
Can you hear me? Okay. All right, let's continue then. I'm sure everybody can hear me. So let's proceed, Biko. So I was saying that for some of us, right, the problem is that we are not telling TDC to enough persons, right? And if we can get that issue solved, you are going to have an influx of TDC downlines, lots of them. So the question you might be asking is, how can I reach more persons? The answer is simple. There are a lot of ways to reach more persons. There are a lot of ways, and I'm going to share some with you right now. Number one, you can spend money on advertisement, right? You can spend money on advertisement. And most times I will advise my students to do this. You don't advertise TDC directly. You don't advertise TDC directly. Don't do it. Give out something for free. It could be a free class. Or you can even tell them you want to tell them about a new skill you learned. Just share free value regarding something that you feel people will find valuable. Right? And get people into a WhatsApp group. It requires you download it requires you getting a flyer done, right? Or getting a video done and writing a short advert copy and running an advert either on Facebook, on Instagram, or using WhatsApp TV, which is the easiest. Then when you get persons into your group, you teach them what you promise to teach them, and then you can now tell them about TDC. It's simple. Now, this is what will happen when you start doing it. You might not start getting TDC downlines immediately. I mean, lot of TDC downlines. When you start, you'll be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But then when you continue, you are going to have a large number of WhatsApp groups. And of course, you will also consistently push TDC to even persons you have told to, or to the people in your previous group. So when you are done teaching a group, you tell them about TDC, right? You register the ones that are interested at that moment. It doesn't mean you should stop promoting TDC. You want to keep on pushing, right? Some of you did not join TDC immediately or down your upline told you about TDC. It took you a while. So the people you are sending TDC to, it will also take them a while to join. Some of them will join immediately. So you want to keep pushing the business, right? Consistently. And as you are doing that, you are getting more new WhatsApp groups, right? You are getting new persons. You are giving them free value, and of course, you are telling them about TDC. When you do it, you will notice that after a while, your audience will be growing. You'll be having a lot of WhatsApp groups, right? And of course, a lot of WhatsApp status views, and your audience will be growing. That is the point. You will now notice that you are getting more TDC registrations because some of the persons you have told TDC to before might now start come and start registering, especially when they start seeing your results, your testimonials, and testimonials of your downlines, right? But then not everybody can teach something or create their own group. If that's the case, you can affiliate, right? There are a lot of persons you can affiliate with. I'm one of them, right? There are a lot of persons you can affiliate with. I'm sure you know what affiliate marketing is. You collaborate with somebody, get a group feel. The person can come and teach his stuff in a group, and then you take over the group and tell them about TDC. That is if you don't want to teach, right? It works. But then, what if you don't have money to run paid adverts? Of course, to get persons into a group, one of the effective methods is to run adverts by paying money. Some of you are just starting TDC, and you might be wondering, okay, I don't have money to run paid advertisements. What am I going to do? How am I going to get TDC downlines? The answer is simple. Use organic method of lead generation. Organic methods are methods that don't require you spending money. And there are lots of methods, right? There are lots of methods. Number one, tell TDC to your existing audience, friends, and fan base. Some of you have church members. Some of you have siblings. Some of you have classmates. Some of you are in some WhatsApp groups already. Start by telling those persons about TDC. Start with those people around you. Those are the people you should target first. Then, when you start making little money from those persons you have told about TDC, then you don't eat it. You invest it back into adverts. Right? You invest it back into adverts. You invest it back into adverts. Sorry for the pause. I removed somebody that was disturbing us here. Number two method you can use if you don't have money for adverts is by using TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Now, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram are very good method to promote your stuff, especially if you don't have money. Now, there's something called Instagram Reels and TikTok videos. Now, anybody can grow an Instagram account or TikTok account with Reels when you can use trending sounds. There are some sounds that are trending on Instagram. There are some sounds that are trending on TikTok. You can use it to create content, right? You can use it to create content. For instance, if there's an Amapiano song out there, you can do a dance, and in the dance, you'll be telling people, okay, these are some of the ways you can use to make money online. Number one, you add something. Number two, you add something. Then number three, you tell them about TDC. You can say TDC, right? And you can tell them, okay, if you want more information about this TDC, click on the link on my bio or send a DM to me on WhatsApp, right? Now, let me tell you one good thing about using TikTok or Instagram Reels. It is because those Reels are most likely to go viral. TikTok and Instagram Reels go viral more because the Instagram and TikTok algorithm will push it for you, especially when you are using trending sounds. they will push your reel for you, right? You can do a reel even with a small account of 200 followers. Your reels will get up to 100,000 views, right? It will get up to 100,000 views. This is without spending any single money on advert. The same thing applies to TikTok, especially TikTok, right? The most important thing is that just make sure what you are doing is interesting. Follow the trend. Let's not look as if you are trying to sell something to persons. And one of the easiest way to learn something is by looking at what those people that are good at it, look at what they are doing. If you go to TikTok, if you go to Instagram right now, there are a lot of persons doing what I'm talking about. They might not be doing it for TDC, but they are doing it for their other business. I've seen persons doing it for different other businesses out there. Just model them and do the same thing for yourself. I've not really seen any TDC pioneer that's using TikTok. I've not really seen any TDC pioneer that's using Instagram. And this will be a very good way to get TDC downlines, right? And one thing about some of these TikTok videos is that sometimes they will generate leads for you for up to 1 or 2 months, because some of these videos, they stay long on the TikTok radar or on the Instagram radar. And if you do a good video and it goes viral, you're able to see 5,000, 10,000 views, it can give you 5 to 10 leads every day. If you get to 5 to 10 leads on your DM every single day, you can convert at least one. If you can convert at least one, right, for a month, you have enough money to start running paid advert. Now, you will never scale using organic method. You will never scale. You can only scale when you start spending money. But then that is not an excuse for you to sit down and say, oh, I don't have money. I don't even advise you to start spending money when you are starting a business, except you have it. When you're starting a business, it is better to start without money. Even sometimes, even if you have the money, don't run adverts. Start without money. Then when you start making money from the business, then you can start using that money to put back into the business. So using organic method of lead generation is not bad. I just explained to just now. Number one, use your existing audience. Start by telling your friends, every single person around you, about the business. And be honest, when I joined TDC, that was the first way I got TDC downlines. I told my student back then, because back then I used to do tutorials in school, so I was teaching people maths and all that. And I started by telling them about TDC. And I was sincere. Now, when you have not started making money from a business or a system, what will you sell to the persons? Because, of course, it is easier to sell when you have testimonials of yourself, right? When of course they will ask you how much have you made. So it is easier for you to sell. But for some of us that have not made much, or some of us that have not made any single amount of money, what will you tell to tell people? How do you sell a business model or a system when you have not really made any good results with? The simple answer is that sell the vision of the business. Sell the vision. What do I mean by selling the vision? When I started TDC back then, of course, I had not made any money from it, but I sold the vision. I told these persons that, okay, this business model has the potential of making us so and so amount of money. I was selling the vision. Now, for instance, for instance, let's just imagine a random guy here has 5 friends. You have 5 friends, right? And you guys have money and you want to come together and build a car wash, right? Let's say you want to build a car wash, you want to start a car wash. What And let's say you listening to me now, you are the person that has the idea. Of course, the car wash, you guys have not started it, so you guys have not make money from it. You haven't made money because it's something that you have not even started. So, but then how are you going to tell your friends about the business? How are you going to sell the business? How are you going to sell the idea to them? You're going to sell the vision. You are going to tell them what this business can give them in the future, even though it has not given them. You're going to tell them about the potential of the business, and it works a lot. This is what some business owners do when they are looking for investors. They sell the vision to the investors. Okay, this is what the business can do. This is the potential of this business. If done this way, if done this way, this is what it can give us. You sell the vision to people. With all sincerity, you tell them, okay, I joined this business recently and I've not made any money from the business. But then
This is what the business can do. Join me, let's build it together. And then just like that, you have one person in your team. You go, you tell two persons, two, you tell them, and just like that, you have two persons in your team. But then what are you going to start
That's
telling
the
the
thing that I
person? I'm
think
going to
doesn't
come
even
to
help
that.
now.
But for right now we're talking about referring. Right? And it is even more easier to sell the vision when there are other people testimonial. And right now, there are a lot of testimonials in TDC. There might not be yours, but there are a lot of testimonials in TDC to use. Back then, when I started TDC, there was no testimonial. Nobody was really making anything significant from TDC. I'm serious. When I started TDC, the highest package was 20K package. There was no 100K package. Right? But then I was still able to sell the vision to people. So that is why I started by talking about you. It is about you first, about you building yourself first, about you growing first, about you building your persuasive nature first, because you are selling and you will keep on selling for life. In fact, you will never become anything significant in life if you don't sell. So selling is not something you should be running away from. It is something you should be running towards. Selling and referring is something you should be running towards, something you should take your time to learn.
6 pieces
In
inside
April
this one.
2020, I spent 30 days. I was watching 3 videos every day on copywriting on YouTube. 3 videos. So at the end of 30 days, I had watched 90 videos on copywriting. That was how I learned copywriting. In 2022, I started watching YouTube video once every week on crypto. That was how I learned crypto. So anything can be learned. Instead of giving excuses and saying, I'm not a referral type, I'm not a referral person, I don't know how to generate leads, I don't know how to use TikTok to generate leads, who will help me? Some of you give silly excuses. And sometimes this is funny because the truth of the matter is that when you don't have money today, when you are broke, it is only you that will suffer it.
5 pieces.
It is not your upline that will come and suffer
10
it with
pieces
you.
I get inside.
So you can keep saying, my upline did not help me. He didn't do anything. Right? And the funny thing is that most times, some of your upline are trying their best. For instance, now I'm talking and there are only 59 persons here. 59, right? Tomorrow, some person will come and say, my upline did nothing. My upline is ORUKA tonight and did nothing to help me. Most times, I don't know if these persons want me to come to the house to teach them. I've done a class right now, I'm teaching. But most persons are not yet to learn. I've seen that sometimes the problem is not even the upline. So, one thing that you learn to do if you want to be successful is to learn to take responsibility. Learn to take responsibility. We are in the easiest time to make money. We are in the easiest. Our generation is blessed. You can get any information you want right now with Google and YouTube. Whatever you want to learn, it is available to learn, even if you don't have money to pay somebody. If only you can sit down and try something. And sometimes, if only you can be patient enough. So, back to lead generation. Right, I've given you guys 2 methods of generating leads organically. I talk about using your existing audience. I talk about using TikTok and Instagram. I also emphasize on the fact that even if you have not made money, you can sell the vision to persons. That was when I deviated to you learning the selling skill. You can tell yourself, if you learn how to sell, you are good. You can tell yourself, I want to watch 2 videos every day on YouTube for the next 2 months. At the end of 2 months, you have watched 120 videos. You have become the top 10% salespeople in the world right now. Because right now, a lot of people don't have any knowledge about selling. Right? A lot of people don't have any knowledge about selling. These are the 2 organic lead generation method that is in my head right now. There are lots more, but maybe going forward, I'll share with you guys more. But these are the 2 methods. There are lots more out there. Right? But then, after you have generated leads, you tell them about TDC. It doesn't stop there. You need to consistently tell them about TDC. The average human being make a buying decision after being exposed to a product or services at least 7 times. Let me repeat. The average human being makes a buying decision after being exposed to a product or service for at least 7 times. That means if one person buys or if one person joins TDC once, you tell the person about it and the person join once, it means it will take somebody else 15 or 13 exposure to join TDC. So you come and say, oh, I told TDC to 5 persons and they didn't join. And you stop talking. You're not serious. You need to keep on promoting and keep on showing up. You need to keep on showing up every single day. Follow up. But then, while doing it, you shouldn't be needy. You should be the needed. Don't be the needy. I will never ever tell anybody to go to people's DM to start telling them about TDC. Don't ever do that in your entire life. Go to their DM and say, bro, have you heard of TDC? Don't ever do that. Instead, do what is called attraction marketing. Let them be the one to come and meet you. So you should post it on a WhatsApp group, post it on your WhatsApp status, post it on Facebook. Let them see it, then message you. Don't go to their DM. The only persons you can approach like that are your friends. Let's say your church members, your classmates. Then, of course, these persons are familiar with you. You can go and meet them and tell them about it. But then, strangers, don't message random strangers. This was one of the mistakes I made back then. Don't do it. Right? Don't do it. So, what are you going to post? There are a lot of testimonials out there. Right? I'll try my best to be sharing some in the group consistently. There are a lot of testimonials out there. There are a lot of videos out there you can use to promote. There are a lot of things that happens in TDC every single time that you can use to promote. The truth of the matter is that a lot of us are not really exposed to at least 50% of what is going on in TDC because we are not in the main TDC official TDC group where most of the testimonials are being posted and most of the TDC updates are being posted. But I'll try my best to get somebody that will be posting it to us here and the other groups on WhatsApp so that we'll have access to more information, testimonials, and stuff we can use to promote. We'll have access to things that will inspire you and inspire us and all that. I had people doing it for me, but they are not consistent. Maybe they are busy with other things. But I'll try to get somebody that his sole responsibility is to do that. Right? His sole responsibility is to do that. My current staff is occupied with a lot of work, so I don't want to. I'll try to get somebody else that'll be doing that, moving stuff from the main group to the other groups. It is always done, sure, but sometimes these guys are not consistent. I really appreciate this guy that used to do it. Milo Moses used to do it. Anthony Okoro, Antonio used to do it, but sometimes they're not consistent. And of course, I understand they have their own business to run. I'm not paying these guys. They are doing it out of their free will. So most times when I even see them doing it, I appreciate it and I even thank them because most of you are not even their downlines, but then they still do it. So I really appreciate their effort and their input, right? So and I still urge them to continue, but I'll try to add an extra hand to it so that we will have access to more TDC materials, more TDC trainings, more testimonials and other things that can help us grow in TDC. Right? Now these are the things you should promote in TDC. But then remember, try to understand TDC for yourself so that you can easily tell TDC to somebody. You can tell TDC to somebody in 5 minutes. Because some of you have reached the level where you need to start creating your own TDC audios. Some of you have reached the level where you need to start creating your own TDC videos. If you have been in TDC for at least a year, you should be able to have your own TDC audio and video. You shouldn't be using mine again. Create your own. Right? Try to create your own. You should be confident enough to create yours. You guys should stop disturbing me. Who is that person speaking? I'll be removing people. I'll be removing people right now, sir. I don't know why you guys are disturbing my audio. Monovie. Where is that Monovie? Let me remove the person. He is disturbing us. You guys don't want to mute your speaker. Can't find him. I don't know if the issue is a glitch from my Telegram. But let's proceed like that. So as I was saying, some of you have reached the level where you need to create your own TDC materials. Right? Promote TDC. Then when you start getting people into TDC, what will you do next? What will you do next? You want to replicate yourself in them. That's where you can really make the real money. The real money is not the referral. The real money is in building a network, right? The real money is in building a network. The reason I'm able to earn as high as I'm earning in cities is because I have active persons in my network, people that are going out to refer. So I can sit back in a month and make 200K, 300K, 400K without even doing any single thing. That's because I have an active team, right? And it's understandable because some of you sometimes have even tried to teach your downlines, to follow them up, and they are doing nothing. Now, the problem is not that they are doing nothing. The problem is that you don't have enough downline. Try to get enough downline. When you have enough downline, right, the you few ones that are active will cover up for the ones that are not active. 90% of my downlines are not active. As a matter of fact, most of them are not even here. But the few ones that are active are covering up for the rest that are not active, right? So it is something that is expected. So, but then try to follow up your downline, teach them like this as I'm doing. When you learn something like this, share it with them in the group. You should have your own personal TDC group, but even though you don't have, even though you don't have, you can add them to any TDC group you find yourself. Because some of you don't even have much downlines like that, so have your own personal TDC group. So it's okay, right? But then sometimes try to follow them up, right? Try to make sure they attend meetings like this and the rest, because when they grow, you grow, right? When they grow, you grow. These are the basic things I did for me to be able to earn high amount of money. Some of you are already doing it. The only difference is that I have done it long enough. I have done it long enough. So it is not bad if you continue. The money you are making for TDC might not be as much as you want right now. So that you can do other things with TDC, but then sometimes don't look at the money, look at what you can do with the money you are making from TDC. Right? Look at what you can do with the money from you are making from TDC, and the fact that you can earn passive income says a lot. That passive income is just the gold mine in TDC. So build your team, build yourself, start by building yourself, getting enough information about it, developing yourself, building your confidence. Number two, build your team, refer. Refer as many people as you can. Tell TDC to as many people as you can. Number three, teach these persons about TDC. Replicate yourself in them. Help them grow, help them become better persons. And the interesting part is that you can do these three things simultaneously. You can be growing, you can be referring, and you can be coaching your downline simultaneously, all at once. And if you are serious, before the end of 2024, you look back and see that you have grown. You have grown. Right? So I think whatever I want to say tonight, I've been able to cover it. I wanted to start. I wanted to tell you guys my story, how I have been able to grow my TDC to over 300K per month without working. But then there's no need for that again, because the information I just shared is the key lessons you would have picked from my story, which is the most important thing, right? If you do it, right, I'm certain you can get to that level in TDC too. At least 150K a month. There are people already earning that in TDC. At least Okoli Prosper has earned that. He earned that last month, right? Over 150,000 naira from TDC, right? So it is also very possible for you. But there's something I want to add. Something I want to add before I start taking questions. Try to how will I put it? Don't be afraid to tell TDC to anybody. Tell TDC to people, even though they are your lecturers in school. Don't be afraid, because sometimes those people that will join with 100K packages are not the random online guys. Most of the people that have the 100K to join are not random, matured persons. So sometimes find a way to attract those matured persons into your funnel. Those are the people that will join this with 100K, 40K, 50K, 60K. And sometimes those are where the real money will come. For a while now, since January, I've been registering more of 10K package. I hardly register below 10K. Sometimes they will come with their money. I will tell them I won't register them. It's intentional, right? Because if I register a 10K package, I'm making good amount of money. If I register a 2K package, how much am I really making? I'm not saying you should do the same. I'm not saying you should do it. That's why if you notice, for the past few months, I've not really been in the top referral list. I'm making money more than all of them combined, because I can end up registering just 30 persons in a month, but those 30 persons, some of them are 40K package, some of them are 100K package. Like this month, I've gotten like 200K package, I've gotten a 60K package this month. Today I got a 10K package. Yesterday I got a 10K package. But then someone that's registering to 2K package will register 200 persons in a month, but I'm still making money more than that person. So these days I'll be focusing on quality more than quantity. And it's less stressful for me because the energy, if I am to go with the 2K package, I'll be getting numbers. I will, at least for this period of time. If you notice, if you check the TDC top referral, I'm hardly in the first or second position, unlike last year. Last year, I'm either in the first or second. It was intentional. I intentionally decided to just say I want to focus on registering at least 10K packages this year, and I've been doing this in January, right? And I intend continuing, right? Sometimes I do take people below 10K. Sometimes I do take TDC downlines below 2K. I do. But these days, I have intentionally been promoting it to attract those people that will pay 10K and above. And it's now easy for me to get 40K package, 100K package, right? It's not easy because I'm telling them, okay, the least I'm taking is 10K, right? Personally, if I was the one that owned TDC, I would have increased TDC registration fee to at least 15 or 20K personally, right? I think I even approached the founder and I suggested to him, but he has his reason why it is still 2K. Because personally, I don't see any reason why TDC registration is still 2K. I don't see any reason. I would have increased it at least to at least 10,000 naira because people have the money to pay, right? Most times we need to open our mind to abundance. Don't ever think that people don't have money to pay for what you want to charge, right? So even if you want to charge 30K today, people will pay. At least for my upcoming 1 million challenge, I want to increase the price, right? Just for you to attract people that have those kind of money, right? So that is it. So if you can try it, you can try it. Let's see if it will work for you, but you shouldn't copy anything that works. Maybe if you are able to register to 2K package and able to make 50K, 60K, it's something at least prosper. Made over 150K from TDC last month, and I'm sure it's registering to 2K package. So it is something. I'm just talking about what I do personally. You understand? So I'm going to take questions right now. So all you need to do is to indicate that you have a question, and I will unmute you and I will allow you to speak. I'm going to take like 5 questions and I'll round up the session. I'm going to make the recording available to you guys tomorrow in the group. So if you have a question, you can indicate and I will just unmute you, or you can unmute yourself and ask.
I have a question. Good
Go ahead.
evening. Okay.
Yeah, good evening.
Advert. When I pay for
Okay.
an advert, will it be done?
On TDC,
Yes.
of course, yes. If it's not done, you can charge your customer care. One thing with TDC right now is that TDC services are now faster. For some of us that have been in TDC for a while now, you know what we experienced back in the days. At least these days, there are hardly network challenges, and even if there are network challenges, you can message the customer care and get faster reply. So there have been a lot of improvements in TDC. At least
Oh,
some of us that have been in TDC for a while can testify to that. There are some persons that have been in TDC right here for a while, and at least Kayoma Emmanuel knows what we have gone through in TDC. So TDC is growing. So if you have an issue in TDC, stop messaging your upline. At least that shouldn't be the first person you should meet. Except the issue is all about is something is about somebody or your let's say about or let's say you want idea or information about something. If let's say you do recharge card and you didn't see it, you refer somebody, it didn't work, you have technical issues. Let me use that word. If you have technical issues, don't go and message your downline or your upline, or don't start posting it in a group. If you notice the group has been locked, my WhatsApp group have been locked for this reason, but I'll try to open it from tomorrow and be feeding you guys with content consistently. If you have technical issues in CDC, try to message
oh,
CDC customer care on the website and you'll get a reply.
all right. My second question is
Yeah.
that I heard when you said you will payment for the
Hmm?
packages. I would suggest
What do
you
you
do
say?
should increase it because some people are afraid of all this online work. So before they could start, they will say, okay, let them try with 2K package. So when they now try 2K
No, I'm
package,
not. I don't.
they will now
No,
upgrade.
I don't have the power to use it. I don't have the power to read. I'm not the owner of TDC. I'm just saying that if I am the owner, I would have increased the registration. But if it's
Okay.
still
Oh,
2K, I don't have the power to do that. I'm a user just like you.
all right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So which other question do we have? Do we have any question to add?
Hello. Hello.
Okay, Mr. Akinlola. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's my fault. When I registered,
Okay.
though I told you that I needed it, I wanted to bring in some people. You asked me to
Okay.
relax, that you are going to do it later. But you now said, okay, if I really want it now, then you will do it. Unfortunately, when you did it, I wanted to open an account and it was not going. And I got stuck since that time. I've not been able to do anything since that time. So what's the
You
solution?
got stuck.
Stuck.
You got stuck.
I couldn't
Okay,
open
just
an
send me a
account.
message on WhatsApp with a screenshot of the issue we are facing. Send me a message on WhatsApp with the screenshot. Send a screenshot of the place you are stuck
Okay,
on
it's all right.
WhatsApp. Sure, you have my WhatsApp number now.
I think so. Okoli.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
This
it's
is
all
not
right.
Okolio.
Eh,
This is not Okolio.
ah. So
Yeah, this is
I
not Okoli.
got
This is Oruka. Okoli,
eh,
Okoli, are you here? Okoli, please answer us. Okoli is here. Okoli will send you a
Yeah,
message.
well,
I'm
I think I started with you, and then I was now made to come under Okoli.
Okay, Okoli is my affiliate. I thought in his
sir,
group,
please
but you
just
registered
message
under
me on
Okoli.
WhatsApp if you have any
And you should
problem. You have my number.
message Okoli, not me. Message
Message me
Okoli.
on.
We will sort it for you.
It's all right, no problem. Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Good evening, sir.
So, yeah, good evening, Peter.
Yeah, I have a question, sir. You said we can run TDC advert on Instagram and TikTok. How do we go about that, sir?
Instagram and TikTok. I think I explained it now. You did you miss any parts?
Yes, my network fluctuated at that part, so I didn't
Okay.
really say, sir.
Okay. I will drop the recording on the group tomorrow morning. Just try and listen to it. If you can forward it to the part you missed, it will be fine. And for
Okay, sir.
anybody that missed any part, don't worry. The complete recording will be sent to the group tomorrow morning
Okay,
of
sir.
anyway. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
So do we have any other question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please, sir.
Sir, please, I just want to ask if, like, is there any way, like, is there any strong way to close a sale, like, to close a sale?
Okay. Well, I'm not really a closer. I can't really teach you closing, right? If you want to learn closing, just check YouTube. But what I can advise you is this: try not to be needy, try not to be pushed, don't be desperate. That's one thing. Then also try to get a lot of leads. When you can get a lot of leads, you won't even bother trying to close somebody. Most times they'll close themselves. When you see that you don't have their time, you're not desperate to make the sale, right? But I'm not really a closer. I don't really know much about closing per se. Closing is a different skill entirely from selling. If it's to sell, I can sell to persons. But closing and the rest, I'm not really into that very much. So I don't really know. But closing works for TDC. But what I usually advise persons, yes, what I really advise persons is this. Try if you are selling closing is more like is better when you're selling a high ticket offer because sometimes closing takes your time. You can get on a call with a client or start chatting a client and then you spend 30 to 1 hour chatting with somebody. So if you want to spend that time, you should make sure you are selling something that high tickets, let's say 100K and above. Yes. But if most of the people coming to see this are coming to join 2K package. So sometimes I don't even bother trying to close somebody. Instead, I just try to get a lot of people in my list. I try to generate leads. Try to generate as much leads as you can. It's just like now, if you are a uh, if you are a guy and you want to marry and you have a lot of options, you have a lot of women. Anyone that misbehave, you just move on to the next person, especially when you have a lot of options. You won't stress yourself trying to convince her or trying to toast her. I don't know if you understand my point. But then, when you have limited options, that's when you be begging, right? So sometimes most persons try to close and close when because they don't have lots of leads, they have limited leads. But then when you have unlimited leads, when you have people coming to your funnel every day, people reaching out to you every day, you won't overstress yourself on one client, especially when it's a low ticket client. Personally, I don't close because, for instance, why will I be stressing myself trying to close you? You want to join with the 10K package? Why will I when I can use that time to do something else? But it might not be the same for you, right? So I'm not telling you not to close. I'm just giving you a better advice. Focus on lead generation, but then closing can work. I'm not saying you should stop it, please. Right? That is why don't try to copy somebody, especially those that are ahead of you, because what is working for them might not work for you. For instance, there's this guy called Mr. Mekanobis. I will not go and copy his method, his marketing method. He's way ahead of me. His marketing budget is higher than my marketing budget. His audience are more richer than mine. So I will not go and start copying what he's doing. Instead, I will copy what he did before. So that's why I tell people don't copy the method I'm using to market TDC. I won't even get to market TDC the way I'm marketing TDC. These days, I don't post it on my WhatsApp status. I can post it on my WhatsApp status once a week or twice a week. But back then, I used to post it to my status every single day. Sometimes in a day, I'll promote this on my status 3 or 4 times in a day. Back then. But these days, I don't do that. Sometimes I can go a whole week. I didn't even promote TDC. Right? So it doesn't make sense you coming up that has not end up to 100,000 and you want to copy that. I don't know if you understand my point.
Yes,
Right? So please and please, it's something if you take note of.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So promote TDC aggressively. Promote TDC aggressively. Reach out to more persons and close if you have the opportunity to.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So any other question?
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask a question too. The question is, like
Okay.
one my downline was like I think the guy, or the lady, she's she's not up to 18, so she was like, TDC is for adults. Like she was not able to, she don't have BVN and she was not able to link, don't like link the BVN, something like that. So I told her that I don't. It's not only like you can also use
All
NIN.
of okay.
Yes, sir. So that I don't know if like if, is it that she must use BVN.
So you can use NIN. NIN, you don't have to be an adult now. She can go and do her NIN. Let her do her NIN because the truth of the matter is, apart from TDC, she will need that NIN to register jump and other things. So let her go and do
Yes.
NIN.
Okay.
Let her go and do. It doesn't cost much. Let her go and do. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So any other question before we round up? Yeah, you're welcome. Any other question before we round up tonight? I'm not really impressed with the numbers. Only 50 something persons. But sure, you guys that came, you tried. It's a good sign that you are up for something greater. Because let me tell you something. Knowledge is underrated in this part of the world, but it's the thing we need the most. If you have been following me for a while, you'll notice that I always emphasize on having going for knowledge. Knowledge is so powerful. If you have knowledge, you will never ever be broke or be poor. It won't happen. So what you are doing now is that you are developing yourself, you are listening, you are learning. Try to continue on that path. Few years back, you will look back and you will be shocked on how far you have gone. The average Nigerian is living in poverty, especially now that the things are increasing. Somebody making 200,000 a month, what will he be able to buy? right? What will you be able to buy? The only way to grow is by investing in yourself. Some of you might not be making as much as you want, but continue investing in yourself, because when you invest in yourself, you become uncomfortable with your situation. You want to grow, you try things, and after a while, you just be shocked at your progress. So it is always knowledge first. Knowledge is paramount. It is key first, right? So if there's no any other question, I'm going to round up tonight's session.
So,
I'm going to
I have
share
a
the link in the group, and please,
I have a
okay,
question,
please
sir.
ask.
Good evening.
Ask. So,
Sir,
good
please,
evening.
my downline is having issue.
Okay.
He tries to register somebody, you get, and he now mistakenly
Okay.
the email. He did not do the spelling of the name very well, you get. He did not do the spelling of the name very
Hmm.
well, and now when he registered the account, and they said that they need to send, he need to verify from his email. You need to verify from his email. Now, I told him that I should chat up TDC support group support. So when he chatted them up, he said that they have not given him any feedback about changing the email. So I don't know.
Email.
I don't know if somebody in process of registering somebody and the person might do mistake like in terms of the name, in spelling and other things, and the person might want to rectify it due to their BVN, due to the name, their BVN or their name, so that everything will rhyme. So how?
I I don't really know that too, but what I want you to do is this. Chat the customer care up too with the same issue. Two of you should follow the issue up. By the time you chat them, you chat them, two of you are both chatting, and they'll give you guys attention, because right now I don't even have a solution to that. That's a technical issue, and it's only the customer care that will tell you what you can do. If you ask me technical issue, I'll always refer you back to them. The questions you can ask me and you get answers are questions about how you can make money into this, how you can promote it, this, how you can grow. Those are the kind of questions you ask me. Technical issues. I'm a user like you, just like you, right? So
Okay.
there's nothing I can do about that. So just yes, follow up with TDC customer care.
And then, sir, my last question is
Okay.
this: like in my group, I have 35 downline currently. Eh?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
in my group, I told them plainly that well, me in TDCO, I focus mainly in selling the SME data you get. I told
Okay.
them that is where me I focus on because I am because that's I'm a graphic designer. I design flyer for it, so I promote the data very well. You get. Then
Yeah.
all those people that join,
So
all those
so
people that
wait,
join,
so you are making money from the are you making money from the data?
I'm making money from the data now. That is where I normally make my money in TDC from because I almost everybody in my
Like
area know
how
that.
much like how much do you make a month from it?
Like as of last month, I make about 15K
Yeah.
plus. That's what I used to buy a power bank.
Wow, that's really good. From selling just the data.
Just selling just the data. You can ask that's Anthony
Well,
now.
that's
He's my
really
friend. He can check my transaction. You know that I said data a lot.
that's really impressive.
Yes.
That
So
means with time you can grow it to 50,000 a month.
yes. Now once when you tell them about referral, some of them their spirit will die immediately. They will not have interest again. You get. So you also
Say
need to
their
show
spirits
them
will
other
die.
things. So you also need to show them other things in TGC that other things also give you money. But the real money is in the referral.
Yeah.
That just that's what I normally used to tell them.
Okay, at least you are honest, which is a good thing. And um if you can't be teaching them how to refer, make sure they attend lectures like this so that they can learn how to refer by
Yeah, some of them
themselves.
are. Right. All right, thank you, sir.
I have a question.
Who are these
I have
persons
a
speaking?
question.
Okay,
Please,
the telegraphics, please.
Yes. I have a question. How
Yeah.
can I make money without like apart from selling data?
Refer now,
I
you
get
refer, upload your product. Are you hearing me?
okay. But how
You
can I
can
refer
refer,
somebody?
you can upload. Are you just
Eh?
joining us? Are
Just
you just
yeah.
joining us?
Yes, sir.
Go through the recording of the audio. How the recording will be sent tomorrow. Go through it. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
That yeah, don't worry, go through it. Okay, you're welcome.
Hello, good evening.
So okay, good evening, Kunle.
Yes, please. Yes, please. I want to ask question. My question is, how do I deposit? Because if I open my account, I'm
It's
still
easy
the
now.
first guy. Pardon?
It's easy. Click on fund wallet. You see generate coda. Click on generate coda. When you generate coda, send money to the coda account. Your wallet, it will show in your wallet.
Okay, I have to have Kuda accounts.
No, TDC will generate one for you. Don't worry, they will generate
Yes, sir.
one for you.
There is
Okay,
Just
a
click
question
on.
no problem.
there's a question I forgot to ask.
Okay, ask.
Are you getting me?
Yes, I'm
Eh,
hearing you. Ask.
okay. I apart from like how can I refer somebody without paying for him?
I don't understand.
Like
I don't understand
without
your question.
paying if I want to refer somebody they will like say I should select a package
So
and the
what's
package
the
they will
challenge?
ask me to pay 2,000.
You don't want to pay.
I don't know how to convince people like to pay for it.
Who is your upline? Am I your upline?
Okay.
How old are you? How old are you?
Me?
Uh,
Okay. I'm 17.
I can hear it from your voice. Okay, see what you do.
Okay.
See what you do. Have you gone through all the TDC materials I was sent to you?
Okay.
Have you gone through them?
Thank No, sir.
Oh yeah, go through them. First, go through them. When you go through them, you know
Okay.
what to do. Go through every single one of them.
Okay.
At least you tried. Some people, children your age right now, they are still playing, but at least you have joined the business. So even if you have not got anybody to register, you have done a good thing. The fact that you have been able to take a bold step to join CDC shows that you have greatness in you. So you should also I give you what's the word? Um you tried. Let me just say you tried. Good one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so good one.
That will be
Are
all
you a
for now.
graphic designer?
Yes, sir.
You're a graphic designer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. Keep it up, eh?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, keep it up. Just make sure you listen to the recording. Yeah. Okay, any other
Okay.
question before I round up? I'm very tired.
Yes, sir. Sir, I wanted to ask that is it possible for a prospect to register him or herself in TDC? Register herself.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Just send them a referral link. But most times they don't know how to do it, so it's better you register them.
Okay, because normally
Because when
they
you
look
send
like
them your link, you need to start teaching them again. So it's another stress.
okay.
You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's it. So please, I'm going to stop here. I'm very tired. If you have any other question, you can. I'll try to open the group tomorrow, all TDC groups. I'll drop the link then everywhere and open it tomorrow. You can ask your question here on Telegram and I will answer you. If you missed any parts, you can always listen to the Let's implement. That's the only way we'll grow. Let's implement. So I'm going to end this session now. Have a good night rest, everybody. Good night.